So I'm standing here in this fabulous movie theater with
Chris with Cozy Media Design.
And so Chris brought me in on this project. This is a kind of a passion project for our client. He absolutely loves movies. And you were saying earlier, it's kind of unusual for a dedicated movie theater these days.
These days it is. We've done them a lot in the past. Everybody's going more to the media room as opposed to a dedicated theater like this. He said if he could rebuild another house, he would do it around the theater. And I said, why don't you just change the room and then get this theater going in this house that you already own?
Yeah.
So that's whenever we teamed up with Molly and we built a room.
Today is photo shoot day. We hired Dave, a local photographer, to capture the project. In this video, Chris and I will explain our design choices and, of course, reveal the final images. In my head, that's what it's gonna look like.
Hopefully it does. We'll find out. I've never
popped popcorn on it?
popcorn before our shoot, so.
Well, it's your first popcorn experience. It's his first shoot.
Excellent.
And I'm the common denominator.
That's why I'm staying out of the way.
So the client really loves Coca-Cola. It's nostalgic for him. He really wanted to have a whole Coca-Cola machine. And so we have that here on the left side. And on the right side, right behind me, is a popcorn machine. We've got some popcorn staged here on this beautiful Cambria countertop. This is Inverness Cobalt, so it has this navy blue veining throughout the slab. We matched it to the color of the cabinetry. I knew that this space was gonna be full walnut panels, and so the space feels really warm, and we needed a color to kind of balance that. And so the cabinetry became this really pretty Grays Harbor color. The backsplash here is a vertical offset, and so we didn't want to do a straight stack. That felt a little bit too modern. So red was obviously our accent color throughout this space. We have a beautiful chandelier up here that is a custom colored red. One of the really key pieces of the concession area is to have this accent lighting throughout here, and so we did this for the candy shelves. You know, when you go to the movie theater, it's this nostalgic feel. You want your Coke, you want your popcorn, and you want your candy.
I just watched like a bunch of Seinfeld episodes where they had the...
Go ahead.
So this is what's called a 11.4.4 surround sound system Atmos theater. So the 11 is 11 speakers. So if you looked around this room, you would see that there are 11 speakers. There are actually 5 hidden behind the screen in here. And then we have 4 subwoofers that are in the walls. And then we also have 4 speakers that are in the ceiling. So that gives you the Atmos surround sound. Most of the subwoofers that we do, the subwoofer itself is down here. So it's an isolated chamber behind the wall. So it actually hangs, then the box, and then it's hanging from the bottom as well to isolate it from the wall and isolate it from anything around it so that that sound doesn't carry. When we first started doing this design, we were kind of like, what is this thing? We've done theaters that have up to 8, and it's and that's like once in a lifetime. So we knew that this customer wanted to have something special as far as a theater. So that's when we came over to Molly and said, look, I need a special room.
So we wanted to kind of make this feel warm and cozy, but not too dark. And so we picked this really beautiful light blue color for the walls. It's kind of like that slate tone, and then really wanted to warm it up with some walnut columns. And so all the columns, the doors, the console table, everything is fully custom from a cabinetry shop, and then did some really modern frames. So my sister-in-law is an artist, and she painted all of this artwork. We really wanted Dan, the client, to pick movie theater scene or movie scenes. His favorite movie is Top Gun. And so again, these are both Top Gun, and then we have a frame by frame of the movie that is almost like a striped panel, and it's every single frame of the movie in a piece of artwork. And so I was like, you have the choice. He can either be right side up how he is in the movie, or we can flip it and have the mountains be more in focus with him at the top. And he was like, oh, I like him like upside down, like the opposite of the actual movie scene. So I think it works. Hey, it's custom. We love custom. We're gonna need to turn off the screen. Should dim the sconces too.
Dim the sconces?
Yeah, that might be okay for now. What I also love about your system is that it's so easy to use.
It is. We did an RTI remote. So we have an RTI system that controls everything in here. So it controls the lighting that's behind the screen. The star lights can control the sconces, all the lighting that's in here, stair lighting if we wanted to as well. So you could set it as a scene. So it's good to just have a one button press, all on, all off, movie scene. And in this install, we have a iPad that's at the front of this theater as well. It's in the concession area that they can start and end the movie from as well. So it ends up being just a perfect solution all the way around.
Well, and what's really cool about your system is that's seamlessly integrated into our walnut panels out there. So it doesn't like protrude, you know, it feels very sleek, very modern, but it's 100% functional. The client has set your system to where when people are coming in to watch the movie, the lights kind of come on and it feels exactly like a movie theater. He has a remote where he can control it and he can say, okay, now dim the lights, and it all dims. He has a stair light so you don't trip on the stair. You know, it feels very movie theater-esque, but he's able to control all of that from his phone, from his iPad, and then at the end of the movie, he can push the button and all the lights come back on.
And I was bringing up earlier that I absolutely love the acoustic treatment that's in the back here as well.
Yeah, we can't forget that. So we did velvet wall covering that has an acoustic property to it. So we just did that in the back portion of the room here. Has a really fun geometric square print to it. And you just kind of want to come in and you just want to like touch the walls. They're super soft, but they're not just pretty. They're also very, very functional for a movie theater like this. We're adding more wallpaper.
The same?
Yeah, the velvet.
I told you!
So many people don't realize like the little tiny details that really bring the room together, and having that little red welt on the pillows just really kind of ties in the whole space. So this space was a beautiful collaboration, right? Between client, between AV sound integrator,
sure,
and designer, because we all kind of were able to come together. We worked really well together. And the beautiful part about this is, Dan, you did a lot of the work yourself. So you've been very like integrated into this project from the very beginning.
Well, that was one of the things from the beginning that I mentioned with Chris. Like, look, I'm hands-on. I wanted to do a lot of the things myself, and I didn't want to just hand this over and come back when it was done. I wanted to be involved day in and day out, step by step of the process. So I was able to, you know, get my hands dirty and do a lot of the wiring and a lot of the work myself.
I mean, you had a hand in every piece of this theater. Basically, you were the GC keeping us up to date on what was going on. Again, it comes back to collaboration. It was a great collaboration because bringing in Molly, having her kind of just hold the seams together, I guess is a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
And then add the features that you guys decided on, and then making sure that we fit it all together. It's a great pack.
It's a great team.
Yeah.
Movies are my passion. I love seeing them, feeling them, hearing them. When I met Chris, I said, Chris, I want to be able to feel the movie. And he came up with this great system. Chris and his team really came through.
Yeah, the sound, it like rumbles your heart, like your whole body as you're in here. You know, it's an experience just like you wanted.
Absolutely, and that's what I was going for.
So did you have any reservations about having a designer help you with this space?
No, that's the one thing I wanted, because I also, not only did I want to have the movie experience, but I also wanted to have it walk in and people see like, wow, this is awesome. So when Chris introduced me to you, you came in from the get-go and you didn't overwhelm us with things. You came in and you kind of came up with a design that looked great on paper, and we went with it, and it just even looked better when it was finished.
Like, I love working with clients when they want it to feel personal, and I feel like we were able to kind of create this bespoke room custom to what you love. You love Top Gun Maverick. You love the scenes here. We were able to do custom artwork for you that are your favorite movie scenes.
Yeah, you definitely picked up on my passions and my likes and definitely hit a home run with all of them.
Oh.
So thank you.
Let's do another one.
Don't ever swing a baseball bat like that, though.
I don't know what that was.
That was he said hit a home run. So I was trying to hit a home run. So I was like, all right, we did it. We got it.
It's not my good side.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.